What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody?
What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday and welcome to the live stream.
Let us know where you're joining from in the chat.
Yes, we have lots of exciting information today. New challenge is coming. That's the basis of it. We have a new challenge dropping and we're super excited for it. There's a Summer Ready HEATWAVE challenge. However, there's lots of important details that we want to go over. And yes, that's what we'll be discussing today.
For sure. We'll let some more people come in, but we're going to be pretty short and concise. Keep it, it's pretty simple to get signed up. It's pretty simple to get joined in. And if you've done our challenges in the past, you kind of have a gist of how to get signed up and how it all works.
Where it works, yeah.
We might have a visitor today, a special guest. He's about 34 inches tall. He's almost a 2-year-old, and he might be joining us for a live. This is the part of the day where he's excited. So you might see a special guest today.
Yes.
Just a fair warning before we get started. But real quick, let's just get into it.
Let's get into it.
We have a 6-week program coming out. Super crazy. We've never done a program quite like this. If you've done our programs before, you know what to expect, but there's a little added twist with this. So this is a 6-week fat loss specific program. So if your goal is to lose body fat, we're going to maintain some strength, maintain some muscle mass, but if your overall goal is to cut some body fat, this is the program for you. If you did our Summer Ready Challenge, which ended about a month ago, you pretty much know what to expect, but the added twist with this program is Playbook, the program that hosts our app. They are hosting 50,000 US dollars in cash prizes.
Yep.
And this is real money. This is not a gimmick. If it, like, we wouldn't be doing this if this was fake. This is real people who are going to win some real cash, and we want to bring you along the ride.
Absolutely. So today we'll just quickly go over what to expect from the challenge and how you can join us. So first of all, we will be doing a follow along and circuit training program, which is what we do with almost all of our challenges. So if you are used to just doing the follow along workouts, which is the workouts on YouTube, it is a program made up of the follow along workouts. So that's kind of what you would expect from that. And then there's also a circuit training program. Circuit training is going to be sets and reps, and it's written to progressively overload. This is going to be the program that we recommend if you're like, which program is better? But at the end of the day, the program that's the best for you is going to be the one that keeps you the most consistent.
For sure.
Having progressive overload is going to be the best way to maintain or build that strength. And it's also the best way to see how you're progressing, to see how you're getting stronger, where we can change things, so that at the end of the program, you can look back at that and say, wow, I've gone up in weight here, I've gone up in my sets and reps here, etc. But again, if you have tried the circuit training and you're like, I don't stay consistent, I need the follow along, whatever keeps you consistent in movement is going to be what's best.
And for those of you who are confused, maybe explain like progressive overload. Like explain like what progressive overload is and why it's important for following any program.
Absolutely. So progressive overload is going to be literally what it says. You are progressively overloading. And so an example of that would be on day 1, if your reps and sets say 3 sets of 10 squats and you do that with a 15-pound dumbbell, the next time you do 3 sets of 10 squats, you might try to go up on weight to a 20-pound dumbbell. And let's say the 20-pound is a little bit too heavy, you might increase just a couple of reps there with the 15. So you're strategically each week progressively overloading just a little bit, whether it's the weight, whether it's your sets, whether you increase the reps. So that way you have a plan. So let's say with the follow along, it's hard to progressively overload because one week you might be doing 40 seconds of squats, the next week it might be 30 seconds, and we might not hit that same type of squat for 2 or 3 weeks, right? It's really hard to look back at the follow along and say, oh, I did this weight for this many reps, because there are no reps. It's all for time.
Yeah.
So that's why doing the circuit training, it just really allows you to take a peek, and it also allows you in the program to write down what weights you did, how many reps you did, which is extremely important. So when you look back at that, you can say, okay, I did X amount of weight for X amount of reps, which is also important for people who get sick, or you might miss a week, or we've already had people reach out to say, I'm going on vacation. So this way, if you do have to miss a week, you know where you left off. You can look at the weights, and it helps you to see, how can I progress? Do I need heavier weights? Do I need to make it harder with my reps, etc.?
Yeah, and not to say you can't progressively overload with follow along workouts too. One thing I would recommend, if you do want to challenge yourself and go up in weight, just make sure that you're following our pace, because if you're following our pace and kind of going with our reps, you can kind of get a sense of how well you're progressing, right? So if you're, let's say you go a little bit heavier with that follow along and you're going at our pace and it's getting difficult with that heavier weight, that's probably a sign that it might be a little bit too heavy, or you can just slow down the pace and work your way up over time.
With heavier weight.
It's just a lot easier to track with circuit training, but again, like she said, it doesn't matter what program you follow, just choose the one that's going to help you be more consistent,
the most
right?
consistent,
We don't recommend flip-flopping in between programs. We recommend kind of sticking with one, because they're not designed one in the same. They do have similar elements, but if you find that you start off with circuit training, we definitely recommend going down to the follow-along. If you're doing a follow-along, we kind of recommend just kind of sticking with it throughout the entire program, and then you can always come back and do it again, and then do the circuit training program. It's pretty much a completely different program that you can follow as well.
And we've had a lot of people that finish a 6-week challenge, and then they say, okay, now I've built that consistency and built the habit, I want to give the circuit training a try now, which is a great idea. And also, the circuit training does have one follow along workout a week as well, and it's the cardio workout, which the cardio workout is one of those things that even for us, following along just makes it a little easier to keep a pace. It's a little more motivating. You have that music to go with it as well. So you do have a follow along workout in there per week as well. So, which brings me to my next point. The workout structure is going to be 4 training days per week for both programs. So you're going to see 2 strength days per week, 1 dumbbell hit day, and 1 body weight cardio day. So again, if your focus is to build muscle, this is not that you can't build muscle here, but this isn't a program focused on that. If you were looking to build muscle, we'd probably include more like 3 or 4 strength days a week. So the strength days here are meant more to maintain that strength that we've built in prior workouts or programs. So you'll see those 2 strength days, and then we have the dumbbell hit and cardio day. But overall, like he said, this is a program focused on losing body fat, which is mostly going to come from your nutrition. And I say that because a lot of people say, is 4 days a week enough? Is it enough? Absolutely, it's more than enough. We've seen people lose body fat from just 3 days a week as well, because it's not just the workouts per week, it is your nutrition as well. Hi. Here he is.
And there's our special guest. His name is Jakai. Can you say hi? Can you wave? I know you don't know who you're waving at.
Yeah.
But we have an imaginary audience who's watching this.
Yeah, so again, the nutrition is going to be one of the bigger factors as well when it comes to fat loss. And I'll kind of let you take the reign on that and get him a shirt really quick.
All right, and I'm going to take over. She's going to get him dressed. But yeah, so basically, we have other programs on our app where if you do want to focus on building strength and building muscle, we have some programs that are designed more for that. But again, if you're looking to lose some body fat, our summer ready challenge that we just finished and this heat wave challenge is going to be the perfect fit for you. So again, this is 4 days a week, 2 strength days, 2 hit days. One of those hit days will involve dumbbells, okay? So what you'll need is some dumbbells. If you have multiple sets of dumbbells, that is preferred. But if you don't, you can kind of make it work with what you have. So those extra 3 days, you may be asking, what do I do on those extra 3 days? If you're someone who likes to work out more than 4 days a week, you can add in pretty much anything that you want. If you want to add in an extra cardio day, if you want to add in an extra strength day, it really just depends on what your goals are. If you're someone who wants to lose some body fat, but you still want to focus on building a little bit more strength, you can add an extra strength day. If you're someone who wants to just really focus on cutting body fat, maybe add another dumbbell hit day, or just utilize those extra days as recovery. So we recommend at least 2 of those days focus on recovery and active recovery. This can be walking, this can be yoga, this can be bike riding, swimming. It's hot out. This is perfect weather to go swimming. But anything that you can do low impact to keep your body moving, that's what we recommend on those off days. So we love we found that 4 days a week just kind of gives everyone the flexibility to do what they want, but still have some structure and a program to follow. So it's been very effective over the last 4 programs that we've done. We've seen at times when we do 5 and 6 days a week, people kind of fall off within the first 2 weeks. They get discouraged because they missed a day, and that's kind of defeats the purpose of following a program, right? We want to keep you consistent. We want to keep it realistic for you, and realistic is going to give you results. More does not always mean better. People always think like, oh, if I do 5 or 6 days a week, does that mean I'm going to lose body fat? Not necessarily, right? You can do more and your body's not recovering, or you might just, you're overtraining, you might burn out within the first 2 weeks, and then that kind of, again, defeats the whole purpose of following the program. So 4 days a week is more than enough to lose some body fat, especially if you're being efficient every single day. And like she said, if you're focused on optimizing your nutrition, I mean, you're going to be in good shape. And we have some we have proof to show it. If you follow us on our Instagram, our winners and some of our transformations and testimonials from our past challenges, you can check out. I mean, these are people who completed the program, and these are some of the people, again, they might have missed a couple days, and they were very honest about their progress throughout the program. They're like, I missed a couple days, but I still saw some amazing results. So
and again, another thing I want to emphasize too is this is a 6-week program. There is so much beyond the 6 week that we want you to take as well. So within the 6 weeks, we're building habits and we're setting you up for success. But realistically, the 6 weeks isn't going to be what's going to change your whole life, right? It's, if your goal is to lose body fat, we're going beyond the 6 weeks as well. Can you make amazing transformations in 6 weeks? Absolutely. Like he said, we've seen it time and time again, but what we don't want is after the 6 weeks to say, okay, I did 6 weeks and then everything stops, right? So it's another reason why 3 to 4 days is plenty, because it's something that beyond the 6 weeks you continue on, and we want to make it lifestyle changes. So if you make amazing progress in 6 weeks, imagine in 6 more weeks and in 6 more weeks, right? There is life-changing habits that you can create within the 6 weeks that really set you up for success in the future as well. And that's our biggest goal with this, which is a big reason why a lot of people ask if to lose body fat, you know, if it's all about nutrition, do you provide the meal plan? And the answer to that is no, because a meal plan should be structured directly for you and what your body needs. So one, it's very unrealistic for us to do that with thousands of people joining in on a challenge, but also it's unrealistic for you to follow forever, right? You're not going to eat the same thing every single day for the rest of your life, and we don't want you to. There's so much enjoyment in food and in exploring food, so rather we want to teach you how to eat for your body, for your goals. What are macronutrients? What are carbs, fats, and protein? Why are they all important? What is the role that they play? And that's what we want to teach you throughout, so that regardless of what your goal is, and when it's time to lose body fat, you want to maintain, you want to build muscle, you know how to approach your nutrition. You're not saying like, oh, I need a new meal plan to follow. You just say, okay, this is how I'm restructuring my food.
For sure. So that's pretty much the gist of the program. Again, 6 weeks, 4 days a week. You have 2 different versions of the program. So you have the follow along version. If you're new to our channel or you just love our follow along workouts, that's probably going to be the best program for you. Or if you've been working out with us for a while, or you're a little bit more advanced, we highly recommend following the circuit training. That's what we are specifically doing. This is like how we like to train, just because we're more advanced and we like to kind of focus on progressive overload over time. So again, whatever program is going to keep you consistent, that's what's going to be the best for you. There's no better program, just depending on the person you are. So
someone just asked how to sign up, which brings us to our next point. So I just pinned the sign up link, and it is also in the description as well. So how to sign up, you actually have 2 different options. So once you click on this link, you'll see the option of a subscription or a one-time purchase. So for those that don't know, we do have a Juice and Toya app. However, a lot of people don't want a monthly subscription, which is completely fine. So we also have the option to do a one-time purchase. The difference, the subscription is going to be $24.99 a month, or we also have 20% off an annual subscription right now as well.
Take advantage of that. We don't do that often.
Absolutely.
So, definitely take advantage of that.
Highly recommend that, especially if you think you're going to be on the app for a few months. It essentially pays for itself at that point. So you have the option to do a subscription. If you do the subscription, you will get access to one-on-one messaging for Juice and I, which we think is the biggest feature of the app, to be able to send us a message and get your question directly answered from one of us. We wish we could answer every Instagram DM, YouTube comment.
Yeah.
There's so many.
We get thousands of messages on
Absolutely.
social media,
and it's hard, obviously, to answer all of those, but on the app, we're on there daily responding to your messages.
And if there's anybody on the app within this chat who has messaged us, just as proof, it is us we're messaging you. So we get questions every single day, and we try our best to get back to you within a 24-hour period. So we're always trying to stay on top of those messages.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. We have business hours now.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, if you have questions about your form, questions about your nutrition, diet, the programs, what you should follow, we are here to help you. That's what the app is all about. And honestly, that $24.99 a month is well worth it. I mean, you just have essentially, you have 2 trainers available to kind of help you out with whatever you need. You have your own personal trainer. So
yep, and then with the subscription, you also get access to all of our programs, the nutrition guide. So all of the programs we've done in the past, nutrition guide and the community feed, and that is all on the subscription. If you decide to do the one-time purchase, it's a one-time flat fee of $50. You do get access to the circuit and the follow along as well. So you get both of those programs, and you also have access to the community feed. So with the one-time purchase, you get community feed and access to both of those programs for life, and also the live streams. Throughout the challenge, we do weekly live streams. So if you do the one-time purchase, you also get access to those. And whether you do subscription or one-time purchase, both are eligible for the $50,000 in grand prizes. So regardless of how you choose to do the challenge, you will be eligible for the grand prizes, as well as Juice and I will be doing our own pop-up prizes throughout the challenge as well. So that $50,000 is hosted by Playbook, and then we'll be doing our own prizes. So how to win the $50,000. So each person on Playbook that's running a challenge right now will get a winner of $1,000, and then there will be 3 $10,000 winners overall. So you have a chance to win $1,000 or $10,000, which is amazing. Exactly. It is cash money in your pocket. And one of the biggest questions we get asked often is, if I'm not in America, outside of the United States, can I still join? Absolutely. We've personally had winners from our challenges win. I think one of our last winners was actually in Germany. So you can join regardless of where you are, as long as you have access to Playbook. So anybody can join this. All you need is access to the program, and how to win is based on the before and after photos. So to enter the challenge and to be eligible for our pop-up prizes, you do not need to submit photos. So if you're someone who's like, I don't want to submit photos, I'm not comfortable with it, you can still join the challenge and be eligible for the pop-up prizes. But to be eligible for Playbook's $50,000 in cash prizes, you do need to submit photos. And we recommend really reading those guidelines, because you do need to hold a photo, and there needs to be the date and the challenge on the photo. So definitely read through the guidelines before submitting to be eligible.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you answered this, it doesn't matter where you are in the world.
Yes.
You can join.
Yep.
I don't care if you're in Canada, Germany.
Yeah, that's why I said one of our winners was actually from Germany before,
Yeah,
so you can win.
For
so.
sure.
Yay. And then Paula said, this will be my first program. How do I sign up? So again, we pinned those links. And if this is your first program, one thing I recommend is drop a note in the community feed, especially if it's your first one. The community feed is one of our favorite parts of the... He wants that, Mike. The community feed is one of our favorite parts of the app. It's so motivating, so encouraging, especially throughout the challenges. People are just... no one knows each other, right? But you get to know each other just from that encouragement and motivation. So if this is your first one, if this is your first one or your 10th one, drop a note in the community feed. Let everyone know what your goal is. They'll hold you accountable to it. Drop some recipes that you have, or some tips, advice, etc. That community feed is very helpful.
It's very clutch, very clutch. So
yeah.
That pretty much covers everything we have. Again, this is a summer ready HEATWAVE challenge. We're super excited. Another question you might have, will there be some brand new follow along workouts? Yes, of course. We have over 10 that we filmed for this program.
Ooh.
You may see some repeats, some that a lot of you enjoyed in the last program, so we're gonna cycle those back in, because if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna include those in this program as well. But again, if you just need, are you someone who needs some structure, you're like doing random workouts every day, you don't know, you know, how your results are progressing, we highly recommend checking this out. And if you want to just check out the app before just committing to signing up, we have another option for you. Just check out the app and you can join for 7 days free. Check it out 7 days free. And if you feel like, it's just not something, maybe I'll join later, you can always cancel and just do our YouTube workouts. We're always going to come out with some workouts on YouTube.
Absolutely.
But if you want to, you want to talk?
Say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Oh, you nervous? Okay. So yeah, you can check it out free for 7 days. JuiceandToya.app, or Toya can drop the link to where you can join and check it out. And then if it's something you want to commit to, we highly recommend that annual subscription while we have that sale right now, if you feel like you're going to join for a while. But like I always say, I think it's well worth the money. You get access to literally probably 90% of our YouTube workouts. Some of our older ones might not be on the app, but 90% of our YouTube workouts are on there ad-free. We have nutrition recipes.
Ad-free, yes.
We have so much information, motivational videos, and you can message us literally with whatever questions or concerns you have. I mean, I feel like that's worth it, to be honest with you. So if that sounds good to you, on top of that, $50,000 in cash prizes is going out. Shout out to Playbook for, you know, launching this. This is going to be super exciting. Again, we've never done anything like this to this magnitude, so we're super excited.
Yay!
Can you say Happy Heat Wave Challenge?
Woo. Again, so we start this Monday, July 13th. So definitely sign up, check out the app, and make sure that it's something that is beneficial to you. And again, all of those videos, the follow along throughout the challenge, will be ad-free as well. So if you are someone who's doing the follow along on YouTube, that is another bonus. So we pinned the link, but it is also in the description for you. So check it out. And if you do the description, send us a message on the app, say hi, let us know if there's anything we can help with before we get started. But other than that, we hope to,
sorry, one more thing. The workouts, if you do sign up, the workouts go live. I don't know if you already said that.
Every Sunday, yes.
So this Sunday, they will go live before we get started on Monday. So we will drip these out week by week, just so we can all stay on the same page. And we're going to do those pop-up prizes as well, so we can kind of all stay on track. So, all right, cool. I just wanted to add that in.
All right, yay. Okay, that wraps up our live, yay. Again, if you have any questions, send us a message on the app. We are here to help. Otherwise, we hope to have you join us for our Summer Ready Heat Wave Challenge.
All right, we appreciate you for joining us, and check out our brand new High Rocks video. It's 40 minutes long. It's crazy. If you want to get in a good sweat, a good challenge, it is more advanced, but you're going to have fun, I promise. So go check out that workout.